All right, everybody, let's do my favorite topic, which is content marketing. Now, we've talked a little bit about content marketing. Let's get deeper into this thing so that I can help you out, because a lot of you know so many things that would be so valuable if you shared it out to your public or potential buyers or potential sellers or potential investors, potential first-time home buyers. What I realized, when I was coaching and working with so many great agents, is I realized, wow, so many of my great friends and clients, they just know so many important technical details that could have a dramatic impact and influence on the quality of the life of their clients and or the financial success of their real estate investment. And the more that I got into real estate and I started selling homes in San Diego, after, after I think, 15 years of being a trainer and then, 5 years of being a real estate coach, I finally joined my wife's teams and started selling homes in San Diego. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much that you and I know that is so important to buyers and sellers and investors and our community that it was starting to get weird to me that we don't have a great content marketing strategy. Now, what does this look like? So in the world, in my world, in the fairy world, right, in the world of coaches selling consulting, this is how we play the game. We share for free, whether or not it's on YouTube, whether or not it's a blog article, whether or not it's an email, we share our best thoughts, ideas, strategies, tactics, perspectives, opinions, share our best resources. We share that out into the world to all of our potential clients and our community. Because what we want to do is we want to demonstrate how strong we are, how much we know, how smart we are. And we want you to go, wow, they know their stuff. They know it better than anyone else. So in the world of consulting, that's how we win. Also, a lot of you go, well, hey, I kind of like that Tom Ferry guy. He's cool. He's fun. He's smart. You can tell he cares. Or, hey, I like that other guy. He's really direct. He's to the point. Hey, I like that guy. He's very soft. He's this, he's that. Or, hey, I like that gal. I could just relate to her. She just seems so approachable. She seems like she cares. See, this is also in the content marketing where you get to express your personality, who you really are, what's really important to you, your passions, your strengths, your unique perspectives. So in the content marketing world, this is where we can position you powerfully as an expert. Okay. Also entertain and educate our community. So I think we do this so poorly in the real estate industry, right? It's bad. None of us do this. So, Tom, my, great brother and my great leader who I coach with, he's like, we got to do way more video. And so a lot of my clients and even myself are like, what am I supposed to do? Content marketing. This is the game. So I read a book this year. Everybody needs to get it, or just go in and Google it. Maybe I'll add a link below in the video. And a great guy by the name of Marcus Sheridan, he wrote a book called They Ask, You Answer. And I heard him interviewed on a podcast and I was like, wow, I like this guy. He's interesting. This perspective on inbound marketing and content marketing was incredible. He just explained it so simply. And then I got the book immediately, which, by the way, that's called content marketing, meaning he shared his knowledge and expertise on a podcast. I listened to it. I was impressed with who he was, what he said, how he said it. Then what did I do? Bought his book. That's called Content Marketing, right? Then I then recommended him to one of my great coaching clients in DC. Shout out to Adrian Small in DC. So again, oh, content marketing. I like this guy. He's awesome. I bought his book from the podcast. Then I referred him. Ah, interesting, right? To see how that works. So, and then Adrian said, hey, you need to check out his YouTube video called They Ask, You Answer, a Revolutionary Marketing Technique or something. And it's a killer 1 hour video where he talks about how he was looking for the biggest questions that the public was asking about his product and service. And then what he would do is then he would write blog articles that were designed to answer those questions. And what would happen is Google would see that he wrote a really good article answering this highly frequently asked question in the Google search engine. And then his article would show up. They would read his article and they go, wow, that guy's really good. He works for that company. And then there would be a form fill out at the bottom. Direct response marketing. Then they would fill in the form. And so when he said in the book and then in the presentation, and he said, one blog article generated over $3 million in volume, sales volume. I was like, what? That's when it was like, that's what this whole content marketing thing is about, right? It's not just, it is going to help us build our brand as experts and authority figures in the real estate space, but content marketing also converts. See, that was fascinating to me. And that's, so I want you guys all, take a look at that. I'll put the link below, right? So you can get access, watch that great video. And Marcus is a phenomenal speaker. So check that out. But let's dig into this thing. So, well, what should we be doing? So if you join me in the direct response training program that I'm doing, you're going to see that one of the first things that we want to do is make an offer called Coffee and Real Estate. That's our first offer. It's a simple offer. It's an easy offer. So how would we map content marketing into that equation? Well, you might. So here we are today. It's it's January 2020, right? So we're right at the beginning of the year. So if I wrote an article, if I did a blog post, if I wrote an article and posted it on LinkedIn, if I did a blog post and put it on my website, if I did a video and did it on Facebook, if I did a little post on a story on Instagram, right? And I said, hey, here's the top 5 most interesting perspectives about what's going to happen with the real estate market in 2020 as we're rolling into the election year. Ooh, now who wouldn't want to read that? Okay. And if you just put some pretty good thoughts, ideas down on that, there's potentially a lot of people would want to read that. And if you put some smart things in there, and you talked about if you were thinking about buying a home, here's some of the things that you need to consider. Here's some of the things you need to be looking out for. And here's a few, why don't we get to, if you want to dig deeper into this, we should get together. If you are a seller, here's what you should be thinking about. Here's what you should be paying attention to. And if you want to dive deeper into this, hey, give me a call and let's talk a little bit more about that. Oh, content marketing. Okay. And here's the 5 things that you should be paying attention to. Here's the 5 things that you should be watching. And here's the, traditionally, here's what causes prices to drop. By the way, it's excess inventory. And so for most of us around the country, that excess inventory doesn't exist. Okay. So if we don't have an excess inventory, then how are prices going to go down? Right. And, so there's, maybe it's an opportunity for us to educate. So what if we wrote this cool article or we did a video and we made that available? That's content marketing. It's an opportunity for you to flex your muscles as an expert, answer the question that's going on in the mind of your friends, family, your community. I mean, how many people right now do you think are asking themselves, it's January, they're going, we might get relocated for a job. We've got a huge equity position because we bought, 7 years ago at the bottom of the market, and we have a killer interest rate. And my job is doing well because of whatever reason. And so could we upgrade and get a better house? But do we really want to increase our monthly cost? Hey, a huge portion of the baby boomers are like, we're retired and maybe we want to go down to a new area, get closer to the grandkids, and get a better, warmer spot, kind of in the south of the US right now. And they're asking, is 2020 the year that we should do this? And what's going to happen to the real estate market in 2020? Do you think anybody's asking that question, talking to their spouse about it, wondering? And so if you posted a nice little article that answered that question and you flexed your muscles with some of your intelligence, and whether or not you wrote it or you did a video, hey, right? Or if you did a podcast, or if you just did a little post, would you like to know the 5 things that I'm looking at as a top real estate agent that could positively or negatively influence the real estate market in 2020 on my Facebook, on my LinkedIn, on my Instagram? Send it as an email. Would you guys like to get coffee and talk more about this? Here's the 5 things I'm looking at. That's content marketing. Okay. I was just talking to one of my really good friends who, is into SEO. And I was like, hey man, like it looks like in 2020, there's a huge percentage of all of the sales, the buyers in the United States, and my Canadian friends also, a huge percentage are going to be first-time home buyers. And so I was like, should you and I create some content around what to do, how to do it, best practices, resources, tools, references for these people called first-time home buyers, maybe provide some great content for them that they could read, enjoy, listen to, and then they're like, wow, that agent, Bob and Susie, wow, they're so helpful, educational, they've provided us so much value. Let's call them when we are ready to start really being serious about buying a home as a first-time home buyer. Content marketing. Okay, so as we've been breaking this bad boy down, you can see that content marketing, of course, supports the personal brand, right? This is a very powerful tool to help you become recognized as an authority in the niche industry called real estate sales. Okay, so content marketing supports the brand. And then inside of content marketing, you can have direct response offers. And a lot of the direct response marketers used content marketing as one of the ways that they converted. So now all 3 work together, but again, a little bit of crappy content with a weak call to action, with a cool picture of you, that doesn't work. Quality content, okay? In the world of big business, what's happening right now in the world of Google and Google marketing is the big business world is trying to increase the quality of the content, whether or not it's video or whether or not it's a blog post or whether or not it's a presentation. They're trying to increase the quality of the presentation that's answering the biggest questions that are being asked into Google. And that's how the big business world is making a lot of money without spending a lot of money. They're just answering the biggest questions. Speaking of Google, right? So anyways, we've got the three things. We've got direct response, we've got building your personal brand, and we've got content marketing. I hope you enjoyed this. We've got lots of work to do on the content marketing side. Okay. But in the training program, I just need to focus with you on the direct response. You guys just want more appointments. Now, you need to work on your personal brand, and you need to work on, some of this content marketing, which will come up. So now that you understand the three components, let's get to work on the direct response marketing and get you a bunch of appointments. Look forward to helping you.